Pete, we're gonna go on the dog for this.
Okay, Phyllis, should we take dog with us?
Oh,
Can we back?
Ranches. I haven't got that. Tyler's got it.
Yeah, so some of the gliders here, what's the difference on some of them?
Well, this is a double surface, meaning it has a membrane on top and one on the bottom as well. You can tell better once it's set up, as opposed to this other one over here, which is just a single surface glider.
Which one is the single surface, the pink one or the blue
The
one?
one that's still in the bag, it's just going up right now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, so single surface and double surface, what's that mean and what's the difference there?
Well, in the air, one is easier to fly than the other. The single surface is a more stable glider.
Mm-hmm.
Although it doesn't handle, if the wind is quite strong, it doesn't penetrate the wind as well as what a double surface glider does. So these fly faster as opposed to a single surface.
How about lift? Does that make a difference?
It depends on the type of lift. Generally, these will go up better than a single surface in a stronger wind.
So these have, the double surface gliders have more lift than?
Generally, yeah. If you're flying straight into the wind in a single surface glider, there's more drag on it, so consequently you can't go as far ahead. Then you tend to go down more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they're more stable to fly, like.
So what's that called, glide ratio or?
Yes,
Or
yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what is it, if somebody's starting to get into like one of these, what are they looking at as far as cost?
Well, usually people start with second-hand gliders. I think the flight training is around $750, and then you can decide what type of glider you want to buy after that. I think you can probably get into it for a couple $1,000s, you know, with used equipment, and then if you progress onwards, then you decide what what type of glider you want to get into or what type of flying you want to do, and then you can tie up quite a bit of money. But initially, it's not that terribly expensive.
Okay, so what's the time on the setup here, if you're not being bugged by people with cameras?
Usually about 20 minutes, half hour, about a half an hour, I guess.
And what about, what are we at vertical feet here? Where are we? How high?
I think this site is above the ground about 2,600, isn't it, Doug? 2,300.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's feet?
Feet, yeah.
Yeah, and what are we looking at as far as the time it'll take you to get down?
Well, today we should be able to stay up for an extended period. We're hoping for an hour or two long flight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if the conditions aren't good and we just have a straight out glide, you're down in 15 minutes, which isn't, like we generally don't like to come up unless we know that it's going to be a pretty good day.
What do you think with the wind? We got a bit of a wind.
Oh, it's going to be great, yeah. Yeah, I would imagine we're going to be getting 200 or 300, 400, 500 feet above and then working our way back up behind the mountain here. Hopefully onto these other ones as well.
Great.
So as long as occasionally things happen, a cloud will move in and stop the lift conditions, and so then we have to wait things out, and that's when it gets a bit non-interesting.
So that's why there's a panic to get set up right now.
That's what's happening, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Okay.
And how long have you been hang gliding?
22 years.
Is that right? What do you do for a living?
I'm a doctor.
So you're up here for first aid then, too?
I hope not.
Good. So yours looks a little bigger than some of the other hang gliders here. What's the story?
Well, this is a tandem glider that Doug and I bought. I normally fly a glider similar to his.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very big glider. It's 210 square feet and it can carry up to 450 pounds. It's also very old. It's about 16 years old, but it still flies good and it's in good shape.
So this is the one I understand that you can fly 2 people with. All right.
That's right, yeah. So I'm going to take my son up.
Great. What happens if you try to fly it by yourself, a big one like this?
Well, you can fly it in light conditions, but it's really clumsy to turn
Uh-huh.
and slow.
Does it respond differently when you have less or more weight under it?
Well, if you have more weight, then it'll fly more responsively, yeah.
Oh, that's it.
You're supposed to have at least 180 pounds on it to fly it.
Uh-huh. So it looks like you'd have to take your son with you then.
Yeah, I only weigh 145 and he weighs about 90, so
So that does it.
yeah.
Okay, anything you can add for? How long have you said you've been doing this about 22 years then?
Yeah.
Initially when hang gliding was first popular in this area, I heard of some serious accidents, and I'm just wondering if that accident ratio has gone down, or
Oh yeah, considerably, yeah.
people know are a little more experienced about what they're doing and the equipment's better, that sort of thing.
That's right, yeah.
What of the areas in the West Kootenay, what are some of the most popular places to launch from?
Well, we fly here a lot because it's at the end of the valley and the wind hits here really well. And you can get very high here. Doug has got 14,000 feet off here.
Hmm.
And we've all got over 12,000 feet off this.
That means launching it here at 2,500.
Well, this is about 4,700 above sea level, so you're gaining about 7,500.
It's 4,700 here.
Above sea level.
Oh, okay. And the other figure I was just hearing was 27 or 20 something?
It's about 2,300 above where we land.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got it. So at 4,700 then you've gone up to 12,000 from here then.
That's right, yeah.
What's the story? How do you manage to do that?
Well, usually you do it in the summer when the thermals are strong. And a thermal, thermal is a column of air that's going up compared to the surrounding air, so you just try and stay in that by doing 360s, going up like a hawk does.
Great.
In fact, you often go up with a hawk in the same thermal.
So what you're counting on is a lot warmer day than this? And
Well, in this, it doesn't necessarily have to be a very warm day, but the ground has to heat up in order for thermals to break off. And generally, if it's not too hot a day, that's better, because then the ground is much hotter than the air and the thermals will be much stronger.
what's the story with today? What do you think will happen here?
Oh, it's pretty marginal. I think I'll probably go straight down because this thing hasn't got any performance. The other guys probably be able to float around for a while, but I don't think they'll get more than 400 or 500 feet above launch.
Just you can tell that the conditions are, there's not enough lift right here in some of the wind?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a Litec variometer. It reads out on a dial. That's your sync alarm in the bottom, and that shows how many feet you're going up per minute when it reads up. So I can do that adjustment by turning this dial here, and that's my sync alarm. It's reading 1,000 down right now. And as you hit thermals and start going up, you'll zero out and start going up. That's 500 a minute, 1,000 feet a minute, and so on. And that just switches it off, and it's just a regular altimeter to give you your altitude. Usually above sea level is what we work with, because if you go cross country, then you know where you're sitting when you
you're always got
20, 30 miles down the valley.
Right.
The valley floor changes in elevation, so you can't read that in regards to the local site you're flying. Yeah,
Everybody use one?
quite a few now. They're quite common. Yeah.
What's the advantage of having an altimeter? That's basically an altimeter, right?
It's plus an audio variometer. Like you just heard the frequencies there, where it's just free flight without the instrument. It's a little bit harder to be more sensitive about the thermals you're flying in. You're not sure if you're going up, if you're going, say, 50 feet a minute up, whereas this will beep when you are. And eventually that thermal could build into something even bigger later on as you go up, and it could change from 50 to 200-300 feet a minute. It could have been a thermal that was just developing. So these things are real must for efficient
It's
flying.
giving you the rate that you're rising
Climbing,
in.
that's right, or the sink, and we get lots of that, and today you'll see lots of that. These clouds here that you see, that's what we try to get under. That's where it shows where development's going on. And if you look to the west side of the valley, there's a lot of cumulus starting to form right now, and it's fall time, so it's more active the air then than it is in the middle of the summer, and same with spring, the air's a lot more active then too.
So because it's so changeable today, you want to sort of, this helps you keep track of it.
There's what we call the lapse rate, and that's the difference in temperature per 1,000 feet. The more that increases, the better your chances are of having a good day of flying, because then the thermals are bigger and they go up higher. And yeah, cloud base today looks to be about 9,000, 10,000 feet above sea level, and we hope to get there today.
Great.
We'll see.
Great.
I'll just keep packing my stuff.
Go
here.
for it. Go for it, yeah. So how long have you still going by? So how long have you been doing this?
Since 1971.
Mm-hmm.
I started learning to fly old regalos at Todd Mountain, and still doing it.
That's over in the Okanagan then, right?
North of the Okanagan, yeah.
And the shoe shop?
No, we used to build and teach in the old regalo days, me and Neil Smith, and Mike Robertson in Toronto was our affiliate, and we called ourselves High Perspective. That company's still in operation under Mike Robertson in Toronto. And we were pretty much in the first year or two of flying, the history of flying kind of incepted back in '68 in California. And ever since then, they started out with bamboo polypropylene on the sand dunes in California, and then it took off into a kind of a Delta Regalo wing with aluminum framing. And, yeah. Down. Put the bolt down. Yeah. You can't till you get that flex back. You gotta have somebody lift those tips. And Adam, the other tip. But yeah, we got started quite early, and we used to teach people at Todd in the snow and the summertime. And it was a really good place to teach because we had a long, slow 5-mile run, they called it, and they could ground skiff for 5 miles on the snow with a tail rope behind their keel. And these were old triangular shaped Delta regalos, or just regalo wings, the old standards, and they were pretty unsafe in those days. But now the sport's improved so much, and that's one thing I like to mention to people and you guys, is we got a lot of bad PR in the early days from accidents, and bear in mind it was unsafe then, but now it's totally changed, and they've done statistics in a lot of different magazines with our sport, and comparatively now we're one of the least risk sports amongst a lot of fair comparisons. Hang gliding, the design of these wings is done by aeronautical engineers now. The teaching's done by certified instructors. So everything's covered. And it's up to the pilot after he learns how to fly, how to treat the elements and what decisions to make. And I'll tell you now, 99.99% of the accidents are pilot error. Much as a pilot in an aircraft would make a mistake, it's not usually the machine if he didn't check or pre-flight his wing. That's another thing we do is pre-flight these before going. And in the spring, before we even fly, we go through a total tear down of the sail and check all the bolts and the cables. They get replaced after so many hours. So it's they're very strong wings. They've been tested dynamically and statically by the manufacturers before they even send a prototype out. They'll go through all the tests, and if it's passes, it goes out in the market, and a lot of test pilots with those companies fly them to see how they do. Mm-hmm. So it's changed radically, and it's a very safe sport now if you treat it with respect.
So what do you think the problem was initially when they first started?
Oh, it was just a bunch of us pioneers out there trying to do things the hard way and teaching ourselves. There were a lot of people that were doing that, and there were a lot of home builds back then. You know, now that's all over with. Back in the late 70s, they started to get into stricter standards for teaching and building, and then, like I said, the aeronautical engineers took over.
Right. One of the things that changed that I understand was that there was the difference between the single and the double wing.
Yeah, improved performance, but the The singles before the double were they were good machines. They were safe to fly, but the performance improves with a double surface. As you notice here, it's got a curved surface, flat bottom, and an airfoil on top, and that's all held by curved battens on the top, flat bottoms, battens underneath, and sail tensions done through the cross tube here. If you can see here, there's the floating cross tube inside the sail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's your main structure. These two cross tubes go out to the leading edge. That's the same old connection as before, but now the nose angle of these wings is spread out now from years back. They keep increasing the nose angle, shortening the chord, which is from the trailing edge to the leading edge, and it becomes more like a sailplane. It's not a sailplane, but that's more of the idea, to streamline it, make it more with less drag. Now you sacrifice performance when you do that, but they've been playing with these things for years now and come up with a pretty good product. So what you're doing is tensioning the cross tube here, and that tensions the leading edge, hence the sail. But here, to make it easy to land and fly in thermals, or to land or to take off for easy handling, this is what's called a VG. This is a Wills Wing AT 158 is the size of it. And it's called variable geometry. All these wings except this old tandem has that. And simply what it does is, if you want to go cross country, you want to penetrate through some heavy winds. As you see when I pull this, I'm pulling on that cross tube. Well, what that's doing, let's pull VG on right there, and that tensions your sail, makes it fly with a better sink rate and faster. And then when you stop somewhere on your cross-country flight, you've gone 10 miles and now you've sunk out too much and you need to find more lift, you find some off with the VG, and it's easier to handle. See, it's hard to turn when it's real tight. So that's a pretty amazing feature they put into wings some years back, and they've improved on that. And the setup and everything they've improved on. Yeah. And I should probably get in the air pretty quick.
So what do you think? Much better day than you expected, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
wonderful day.
All right.
Ask him.
Last time we did it was only 15 minutes, so it's quite a difference.
Yeah? How long were you guys up again this time?
An
Hour
hour
and
and 10.
Hour and 10, all right.
We got 500 feet above launch.
Yeah, we saw you. Amazing. Much better day than everybody expected, eh?
Oh yeah.
It got cold at some time.
Did it get cold?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, good landing on the wheels.
Was it?
Oh, if we take someone out, we always land on the wheels.
Yeah. It looked a little rough from back there. That doesn't hurt though, eh? No? Huh. Great. Where are the other guys there?
Dave landed at the hotel
He did?
Yeah.
Right at the hotel?
Yeah.
Oh.
so that he could get back.
Why, he came down early or something because we lost track
He
of
lost
him?
left.
He did? Oh.
He landed about 10 minutes before we did.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great, Pete. You enjoy that?
Yeah.
So how was that landing?
Came in a little high, but pulled it in and overshot, but I pulled it off.
Yeah, it looked like you're going pretty fast there for a minute.
Yeah, because I was pretty high up, and when you're coming in that high, you gotta bring it down. Otherwise, I would have landed in the trees over there. Yeah.
What a day.
Yeah. Well, when you're flying for a while, you get pretty tired.
Yeah.
It gets you got to get your legs back, your terrestrial legs back again. So it's sometimes you get out and your legs are all rubber. But yeah, I
What a
pulled it off.
day. It was great.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, yeah. Everybody got up pretty high. Got up about 1,000, 1,500 feet above launch, and that was my highest here at this site.
Great. Yeah, well, even Simon got up above us, and he predicted he was going to go straight down.
The tandem. That was good to see. Yeah, I was flying side by side with him for a while. I think I might have dogged him on a couple of thermals, but
That means you were following him right behind him then?
well, we're both the same level, and so I'm turning one way, and he's turning the other way. One of us has to go, right? So I took the thermal. I was in it, but no, it was good. It was a good flight. Excellent
Great
time.
day.
Yeah, this is the California Windsock, $300 hang glider.
Is that how much it cost, really?
Yeah, it was a deal.
All right.
I kept thinking this year is the year I'm gonna get a new rig, but as you can see, the duct tape and everything is it's more my style.
But it gets
Yeah.
you up there.
Yeah, but whoo, I'm hot. I overdressed.
So for the whole time you were up there, you figure you were uncomfortable then because of...
Oh no. I mean there's always a certain uncomfortable level, but
Usually it gets too cold up there.
exactly, it's better to be too warm than too cold. You wouldn't want to have to come down because you're too cold. But the rule is usually if you dress warm, you don't go up high. Nice though in the fall. Oh, it's just beautiful valley to fly in.
Yeah, the colors are changing now.
Yeah, mostly I maintained above launch there, as you're
Yeah,
probably.
you guys look great.
But,
a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, that's just where it was working, you know. So everybody's big gaggle was all circling in the same spot. So it makes it more interesting too when you're in the air. That you always have other people to look out for. You know, the paragliders and the other hang gliders. Yeah, good fun. Good fun. I mean, October, what is it, 7th now or something?
Yeah.
We're all flying. That's great. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think this will probably be the last day of the year?
No, not if I can help it. No, I mean, as long as there's no snow on launch and we get clear weather, we'll fly. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, Doug's got a pretty good setup here. He's lives right next to the landing field, and it's not that high up to the launch. So as long as he's here.
Yeah, I guess the only thing you got to worry about is trying to get through the snow on the 4-wheel drives to get up to the launch.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it'll stay snow free and we'll be able to keep flying. Yeah.
So for someone who doesn't know this sport, how would you just describe that flight to us?
That was a good flight. It was a lot of fun flying with my friends. That's what really made it special, was being able to fly with everyone. And everyone stayed up. The tandem, especially seeing Simon taking his son up, that's really a good thing to see. It got a little hectic in the end there. I don't know if you noticed that. I got behind the ridge. Oh, there's Roy still soaring there. And there's a bit of a shear happening down low. I got totally stalled and was too close to the ground. It can be tricky. You get complacent, and that's when accidents happen. I was flying most of the time close to the ridge, and just in the evening, thermals are lighter, so you tend to hug the ridge a lot more to try to hook them. And this one time, I just got stalled right out and locked out in a dive towards the hill, and I pulled it out, but got my heart going enough, and that's when I took off. I was working some little bubbles there where Roy was, and we were kind of playing cat and mouse for a while, and I just thought, no, that's kind of gave me a bit of an adrenaline pump. Time to go. Yeah.
So you were on the other side of the ridge when that happened?
Yeah, and it's probably just you get to a certain altitude, and the winds are acting differently. I'm flying one way, which is normally, with or against the wind, and suddenly it changes because of the end of the day, right? The heating's all gone off, and everything's different. So, no, it's still quite a thrill. I got up above launch. Anytime I get up above launch is a good flight to me.
Everybody did. That was great.
I'm still at the point where I'm just happy to get off the ground, and I love flying. So, yeah.
How long
saw
have you been
some
doing
hawks up there for
You saw, sorry?
some hawks up there too. Yeah, it was nice to fly around with the birds, and I've been doing it for about 6 years now, but only really for the last 3 years that I've been on my own seriously. I learned in California, and I had a relative down there who was quite good at the sport, and fortunately for me, but not for him, he had a broken arm. He couldn't fly, so he taught me to fly. And it was really a good opportunity to do it. I had no idea about it, other than the fact that I've always liked to get airtime. I had no idea how fun it really was, Yeah. No, it's a great buzz. Yeah. Hang gliding is really fun, and a lot of people always worry about it. It's dangerous, right? And it is dangerous. Like, it's a risky thing to do, but it's a calculated risk, and you can make it a lot of fun.
So how many flights have you
Take
taken?
it safe as you want. Oh, I don't know. We measure it more in hours.
Hours, right.
I've had, around 100 flights in around 50 hours. So that's
Great.
puts me in the intermediate category, but
Is that right?
by far not the experienced. And this is an intermediate hang glider, and I've been enjoying it. I'm ready to get into a higher performance wing now, but this has been good, especially on days like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When it gets radical, though, you want something with more penetration and a little bit better glide ratio to get out. Yeah. So this thing's been great, though. $300 and a bit of duct tape, and away you go. So Roy is coming in. This should be good.
Great.
Yeah, he's just enjoying it. End of the day, the last rays of sunshine. Graceful as can be. Oh, we'll see when he lands.
So all those maneuvers right now are just to lose altitude.
Yeah, and just planning his approach. You gotta see, when I came in, I was a little high. I should have probably come along the other side and bled off more altitude. But every decision is contingent on the last one, so you decide from where you're at what you do. It's a big field, there's lots of room, it's quite safe, but preferably I'd like to put it on a spot if I can.
I see a lot of the guys working the bar, and their weight is shifting back and forth, back and forth. He's not doing it now, but up on the hill.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, it's exactly that, shifting your weight back and forth. You really work the bar sometimes. It's a compromise, but you really want to feel the air. But when it's on, you got to be aggressive. And yeah, there's a lot of pumping the bar, working on it to stay in a thermal. Because your buoyancy is always changing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel lift.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got a good approach here.
So he drops his feet out of his harness. Then.
Yeah, you want to do that. Last time I
He's
came
ready
in.
to run. Then is that right when he comes in?
Yeah.
And then he's going to tip the nose up.
He'll flare it at the last second. Or not. Whack!
Oh.
He just didn't flare hard enough. He was lined up perfectly. He just could have pushed it up a little harder, flared it, and he would have been in there.
Is that a protector on the nose that he's trying to put back in place? Or?
The nose cone.
It
Just helps with aerodynamics a little bit. I was just saying, landing is the hardest part of this game because the whole planning your approach. Like I say, every decision you make is contingent on the last one. So and then at the very last second, there's a window where you can flare it and land the thing, and that's when you grab it up high and push it up, and that's when your feet, in theory, should come around and you land on them. But if you don't flare hard enough, or you flare too late or too soon, any number of things can happen. And we just call it a whack. Something you never see birds do, right?
Oh, he looks okay. It looks like it didn't hurt
Oh
him or
no,
anything
he
like
didn't
that.
do anything. The worst that usually happens is you bend one of the down tubes there.
Mm-hmm.
They're replaceable.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more just you gotta see a whack on this in this sport. I mean, that's Oh yeah, right. Flew till sunset, till after dark, and this right above the ridge where it drops off. It's just spectacular, and this single engine plane came, and I guess he's a hang glider pilot, I was told later.
Oh yeah, sure.
And he flew right beside me, and was like within 100 feet of me, and rocks his wings, and I was doing wing overs the whole time, just like, dude, I'm here. He's like, hello, I don't want your turbulence, and he just kept coming straight at me. He came from over the range, and then he pulls in right beside me, cuts his engine, and goes on glide. It was the coolest thing.
Oh yeah.
And this big hunk of metal up there with me, and the sun was setting. He just started to drop like a rock, of course,
Yeah, sure.
And I hung it up there, yeah, it was neat. But apparently he's a pilot himself, I explained that.
Yeah,
pilot, that is.
after you're down on the ground, you find out about it though.
Yeah. But when I'm up there,
nerve-wracking.
milking the evening lift there, and sure enough, this guy's coming straight at me. Does he see me, or is he doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful spot. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, forgot to flare.
Wow. Yeah, I got this phobia about going back up in the air, when you...
Parachuting down? Yeah.
Well,
You had a good setup. Your approach was great.
Yeah, I just got to keep working on it.
I overshot. I was in the weeds.
Yeah?
Came in high.
Yeah, I've had a fear of landing for a few years now. Got to keep working
It's the
on it.
hardest thing to do. Hardest thing about this.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, your launch is pretty well forced on you. I mean, you start taking a couple steps and you're gone, right?
Yeah.
And your flying is what you make it. But the landings, that's...
I've blown a launch once. It's the worst thing I've done. And since then, I've had pretty solid launches.
What did you have that at? What did you do that?
It was a site we kind of pioneered in Elko, and we didn't quite cut down enough trees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So you took off.
It was gusty, and I stalled, locked out,
Yeah.
and my right wing tip caught a tree and cartwheeled over the trees. And counted my blessings and picked up the pieces, packed away the remnants of my glider.
What were you flying?
I was flying Sport.
Oh yeah.
American sport.
Yeah.
Finland sizes. They're great gliders, really forgiving, but that was just a careless pilot error.
Mm-hmm.
The day before, I had a moonlight flight there, 4 hours in the moonlight. So it was just
Oh, really?
just a pack in there, yeah. So I was pretty cocky from that flight, I guess.
Yeah. So
I know.
are you gonna work tomorrow, Douglas? Or,
No. I'm gonna fly
Have you checked
tomorrow.
this out with your work?
I'm not checking it out with anybody.
Work, you're working.
I'm not even gonna show up at the
So all
office
these insults
tomorrow.
you've been hurling
Just
at me,
gonna-
Doug,
I'm gonna stay here.
you want me to stop over your house tonight and have a
Do we
little
get
talk to your wife
still
about you whether you should go find
Go
her?
for dinner at the damn inn?
No,
or
it's
still
not
do the
be the
camper?
Just
damn
off-
The problem is, I live at the office right now.
I don't know if she has
That's the
tomorrow off or
problem.
not.
It's a
I don't
hard
know if
thing
she
to
has
get out.
Oh, we
tomorrow
live
off
at the
or not.
office, so it's hard to,
She gets every
like,
second
we're living
Monday.
with the people we work with right
Oh,
now
yeah.
until we move into our place. So
Ah,
That makes
it's hard to
sense.
like feign illness or something. when
I
you
don't
live
care,
in-
you know, it's this time of the year, I gotta.
Yeah, if
Henry
you're really
lost
sick
work's
and then
good.
fly
I'll
over the
phone her up
office.
from Nelson and tell her that she has to